Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Good Friday service. We're glad you chose to worship with us tonight in this journey of sorrows as we walk with Jesus to the cross. We hope that this prepares you for the true resurrection and the celebration in the spirit of Easter. But as we walk this journey tonight, remember what Jesus did for you. Remember the sacrifice. Remember the forgiveness. Remember the pain. Experience it as we journey together tonight.
I still remember his cry. What a beautiful, reassuring sound. When I first held him in my arms, I felt a love inexpressible, a joy unimaginable bursting inside me. My precious gift, I whispered to him. My body pulsed with a radiant, protective instinct. I will do anything to keep you safe. I'll wrestle a lion. I'll grab a snake and hurl it away. I'll take on an army for you. Because I love you. I didn't know then how that instinct would be tried. How when someone handed him a brutal cross to carry, I couldn't carry it for him. How when they shredded his back with bone, I couldn't take his place. I thank God for that stable, that provision. But it is also a picture of how the world is, a hard, broken, exposed place full of betrayal and ridicule. He called the paralytic forgiven, and they called him a blasphemer. He called the mourners comforted, and they called him a mockery. He called the possessed man set free, and they called him offensive. He called the Gentiles accepted, and they called him rejected. For they did not know or see what they had while they had him. He befriended sinners, the ostracized and the friendless. He sought out the needy and the numb, the self-righteous and the lowly. And in the end, he was betrayed by them. My tender babe was killed for them. And for me. Many names have called him in affection. Many I wish I could not hear because they are untrue. But many still to learn as I know him now. Emmanuel, God with us. But for a short while, he was first with me, forming in my womb. These arms that are nailed to the tree, these feet that are nailed to the cross, this broken body, they all began, these tiny parts of him, growing in me. My heart is broken because I bore him, but now he bears our sin. I wrapped you in a swaddling cloth, and I laid you in a wooden manger. And now you hang on a wooden cross. My precious child, I've lost you. Emmanuel, God with us, now gone from us. This is a night of sorrow.
After we shared the Passover meal with Jesus, we disciples were shocked to hear him tell us that this very night we would all fall away from him. I remember how loudly we all protested. Even if we must all die, we promise, we will not deny you. And Jesus just smiled at us. He knew then. He always knew. And he loved us even though he knew. We went to a place called Gethsemane, where Jesus liked to pray in the silent beauty of that garden. And he asked 3 of us to come with him to a secret place to pray with him, to keep watch. He needed us. He told us he was distressed and troubled, and he needed us to help him through this time. Imagine, Jesus needed us, but we didn't help him. After giving of himself, his whole life, there was no one there when he needed some support. Can you believe it? We just went to sleep. 3 times he asked us to stay awake. We just went to sleep.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
What wondrous love is this, O my soul, O my soul? What wondrous love is this, O my soul? What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord my soul, to bear the dreadful curse for my soul. What wondrous love is this, O my soul, O my soul? What wondrous love is this, O my soul? What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord of life to lay aside his crown for my soul, to lay aside his crown for my soul. To God and to the Lamb I will sing, I will sing. To God and to the Lamb I will sing. To God and to the Lamb, who is the great I am, while millions join the theme, I will sing, I will sing. While millions join the theme, I will sing.
And to think this whole mess got started because of Judas. Did he really think what he was doing was right? And it was a kiss. Judas betrays Jesus with a kiss of a friend. Then it got dark, and Peter grabs a sword and he cuts off this guy's ear, and Jesus, he just reached down and picks up the ear and put it right back on his head, as if nothing had ever happened. And then it took him. I would love to tell you that we fought for him. I would love to tell you that we put up a good struggle, but we didn't. Everyone ran. I'm so ashamed.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
took Jesus to the high priest, and all the chief priests, the elders, and the teachers of the law came together. Peter followed him at a short distance, right into the courtyard of the high priest. There he sat with the guards and warmed himself at the fire. The chief priests and the whole Sanhedrin were looking for evidence against Jesus so that they could put him to death. But they did not find any. Many testified falsely against him, but their statements did not agree. Then some stood up and gave this false testimony against him.
We have heard him say, I will destroy the temple that is made with human hands, and in 3 days I will build another, not made with human hands.
Yet, even the testimony did not agree. Then the high priest stood up before them and asked Jesus,
Are you not going to answer? What is this testimony that these men are bringing against you?
but Jesus remained silent and gave no answer. Again, the high priest asked him,
Are you the Messiah, the Son of the Blessed One?
I am. And you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One, and coming in the clouds of heaven.
Why do we need any more witnesses? You have heard the blasphemy. What do you think?
the high priest tore his clothes. They all condemned him as worthy of death. Then some began to spit at him. They blindfolded him, struck him with their fists, and said, Prophesy. And the guards took him and beat him.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
Oh, secret and wounded, with grief and shame weighed down, now scornfully surrounded, with thorns thine only crown. How pale thou art with anguish, with sore abuse and scorn. How does thy visage languish, which once was bright as morn? What thou, my Lord, hast suffered was all for sinners' gain. Mine was the transgression, but thine the deadly pain. Lo, here I fall, my sin. should I fainting be? Lord, let me never, never outlive my love to thee.
While Peter was below in the courtyard, one of the servant girls of the high priest came by. When she saw Peter warming himself, she looked closely at him.
You were also with that Nazarene, Jesus.
But he denied it.
I don't know or understand what you're talking about.
He then went out into the entryway. When the servant girl saw him there, she said again to those standing around,
This man is one of them.
Again, he denied it. And after a little while, those standing near to Peter said,
Surely you are one of them, for you are a Galilean.
But he began to call down curses and he swore to them.
I don't know this man you're talking about.
Immediately the rooster crowed the second time. Then Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken to him. Before the rooster crows twice, you will disown me 3 times. And Peter broke down and wept.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
Very early in the morning, the chief priests with the elders, the teachers of the law, and the whole Sanhedrin made their plans. So they bound Jesus, led him away, and handed him over to Pilate. And Pilate said, "Are you the king of the Jews?"
You have said so.
And the chief priests accused him of many things. So again, Pilate asked him, "Aren't you going to answer? See how many things they are accusing you of?" But Jesus made no reply, and Pilate was amazed.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Forbid it, Lord, that I should boast, save in the death of Christ my God. All the vain things that charm me most, I sacrifice them to his blood. See from his head, his hands, his feet, sorrow and love flowing down. Did such love and sorrow meet, earthwards compose so rich a crown?
My name is Pontius Pilate. I'm the governor of this land. I make thousands of decisions every day. Some good, some bad. But I will only be remembered for the one I made tonight. It was in the wee hours of the morning that I was awakened by the mob. I hadn't been able to sleep very well because
But they didn't. Here they were, these same people who just a few days ago were singing songs of Zion while Jesus was making his way into town on a donkey. Now, here they were, shouting, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Oh, didn't they know what a horrible thing they were asking for? I pled with them. I even offered to set him free after a few whippings. Still they shouted, "Crucify him!" I then offered to release him as a holiday present. But they chose Barabbas, a common thief, a murderer, a revolutionary. Instead, what could I do? What could I do? I went to the basin and I washed my hands. I washed my hands before the crowd and I said to them, "I am innocent of this man's blood." But I'm not, you know. None of us are. I condemned him to death. And if you had been in that crowd that day, you probably would have shouted, "Crucify him too." Because none of us are innocent.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
The soldiers led Jesus away into the palace, that is the praetorium, and called together the whole company of soldiers. They put a purple robe on him. Then they twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on him. And then they began to call out to him, "Hail, King of the Jews!" Again and again, they struck him on the head with a staff and spit on him. Falling on their knees, they paid homage to him. And when they had mocked him, they took off the purple robe and put on his own clothes. Then they led him out to crucify him.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
To mock your reign, my dearest Lord, they made a crown of thorns. Set you with taunts along that road from which no one returns. We could not know as we do now how glorious is that crown, that thorns would flower upon your brow, your sorrows heal our own. We mock, acclaim, O gracious Lord, they snatched the purple cloak. Your passion turned for all they cared into a soldier's
So, you're going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days? Come down from the cross and save yourself.
In the same way, the chief priests and the teachers of the law mocked him among themselves.
He saved others, but he can't save himself. Let this Messiah, this King of Israel, come down now from the cross, that we may see and believe.
Those crucified with him also heaped insults on him.
Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
At noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon. And at 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And when some of those standing near him heard this, they said, Listen at him, he's calling for Elijah." Someone ran and filled a sponge with white vinegar and put it on a staff and offered it to him. "Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes down to take him down from the cross." And with a loud cry, Jesus breathed his last. The curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. And when the centurion who stood there in front of Jesus saw how he died, he said, "Surely this man was the Son of God." Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
Our pain and bore our suffering. Yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him. And by his wounds, we are healed. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was led like a lamb to slaughter, and as a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. Yet who of his generation protested? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgressions of my people he was punished. He was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth.